It's TC Huffman with Encirca, and I was going to do a quick video here to walk you through some of the features and functionality of our Encirca Pro app as it pertains to our crop health index imagery, and a few ways that you could use it, and a couple of the new features and functionality that have came out over the last year. So for today's demonstration, I'm going to assume we already have the app and that you've got the username and password and got things set up ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and launch the app. First thing I want to go through is how quick and easy it is to sort through and find different operations. So I can quickly go in and either type in a name, or I can scroll through the list. From there, I have to choose my year. So for this demonstration, I'm going to use my 2018 imagery. I'm going to click Done. Up in the top right, you'll also notice that there is a search functionality. So I can actually type in the field name. Once I've typed in the field name, I just click on it, and you'll notice that I've got imagery, nitrogen, or details as my tab. For this demonstration, I'm going to stay in the imagery. You'll notice right now, I have two images showing up. I'm going to click here in my bottom right hand box, and you'll see that I've now got map layers in here that give me crop health index, yield map, satellite imagery, or seeding rate. I'm just going to click on crop health index for right now, and you'll see, just like last year, or as previous with the app, you'll see that all the images show up at the bottom that I can scroll across. So I'm going to go back later into the season or earlier into the season, pull up a June 15th image, and you can see my different areas across the field of low, medium, high health. You see I can zoom in and out on it, and can really kind of hone in on certain areas of the field. Now, from here, I'm going to click on my View Health Changes, and you'll notice that it gives me a whole lot of all of my different maps. So we were just on the 15th, so I'm going to compare an image from the 15th to, let's say, we'll go back to, say, June, let's go June 6th. So I'm going to take a look. Now that what this is going to do is build me a map of how's my field changing. So in June, I should have been in the middle of vegetative growth, right in the middle of rapid growth, and I should potentially see a lot of positive change like I do right now. You'll notice I've got some white areas across the field where we're not seeing maybe as much growth or as much change. If I saw pink areas, that would mean potentially that something had happened and the field was going backwards. So this is a nice feature to allow me to compare and look for differences across the field. So I'm going to go back now to my original screen. So now I'm going to go open up my map layers, and I'm going to turn on my yield map. And what you can then see is I'm going to take a look, open up down at the bottom, and I'm going to go back to that June 15th or so date. Let's call it the 17th. And now I can take a look at my yield data down at the bottom, and I can look at my imagery up at the top. And you can kind of see that some of what we were picking up in the imagery earlier in the year has kind of transitioned into some of our yield data. If you look down here, you can definitely see on this right-hand side some of this area that was showing less health. We're seeing that in that same. So I have the option of turning whichever one on that I want. I can turn on satellite imagery only, and can look at kind of that true color imagery. I can scroll between fields. So it's just pretty powerful this year with what we have. So I'm going to go back to my crop health index. So one of the key things about this is our ability to use our blue dot technology to really go scout the field. So if I click on my button there, you'll see it takes me right to where I'm at. So you'll see that it shows me right there. If I was out in the field, this would be following me around and would show me as I was walking through that image. So if I hit my square, you'll notice it brings me right back to my initial field. So one last thing that we added this year up in the top right hand corner is the ability to kind of take a field observation. So I can now select a location in the field off of a particular map. So I could, I'm going to go back and choose a different image. So let's say I was out scouting this field for my customer. I can pull this up. I can actually stick a point in that area of the field, call it high. On my stress, I could choose one of the types of stress that I see. I can go through and choose roughly what growth stage I'm at. I can do date of observation, and then I can type in some details. So from this point, I can submit this, and it gives me the option to share observations. I can go in and now send this as a text message to myself or to the customer, one way or the other. So now I've just sent an observation using my satellite imagery, using my blue dot technology to allow me to really show what's going on in the field, and hopefully pick up more details of how things are going with that crop. So with that, I'll sign off, but I just wanted to show you some of the new features and functionalities that come with our new crop health index imagery, and some of the things coming for the 2019 growing season. Thank you.